Yo, what's up guys? Chase Arevalo back at you again with another video, and in this one we're going to be breaking down Jenson Brooksby versus Frances Tiafoe in the 2025 US Clay Final. I coached at IMG Academy, I played Division I tennis, and I was mentored by Rick Macy and Nick Bollettieri, and I was a director at the Rick Macy Academy. So let's get straight into it. Dang, that's crazy. It's a big serve out wide. Just a great return.
You knew it was going to happen.
Notice he hits his slice serve to get his opponent out wide here. He gets Brooksby out wide here, but his serve, what you need to look for and something you can train for yourself is, can I get my serve to break the sideline within the service box here? Even if it's a little bit deeper here like this, that still breaks the sideline within the service box. And because of that, he hit the objective goal of getting the opponent outside the doubles alley. So for lower level players, the first step is like get your opponent in the doubles alley, right? And then eventually you should have an even higher standard of breaking the sideline even shorter, so your opponents have to get fully outside. I've seen young teenagers be able to do this consistently, and adults, juniors, obviously pro players. So anyone can really do it if you have like proper serve mechanics, right? And you can actually hit a good slice serve, like a normal slice. But it's about training with the right targets and having specific intention when you're practicing. So let's continue. So if you notice on this shot where he's off balance there, what happened there, and you could see obviously he was off balance, but the objective thing that you can think about here to avoid that for yourself is take a look. So you look here, how you see how his shoulders are totally level here, right? Like if there was a glass of water on each side, it would be level, right? That's an analogy I learned from Rick Macy. Now, when he's turning and he goes into his shot, he like falls over and his shoulders start to tilt. So his shoulders start to tilt a little bit, and you can see when he goes into his shot, you see, look, now his shoulders aren't level anymore. There's a little bit of a slope like this. There's a slope. And he's also kind of leaning back. But what you can think about, like let's say your coach is feeding you balls or you're in the backhand cross-court rally, what you can do is just think about and remember two things. Number one, keep your spine straight when you're hitting. So his spine here would not be straight because he's like going backwards like this, right? So when you're hitting, you'd be aware, you're like, wait, no, my spine wasn't straight. Let me correct that on the next one. But besides that, the second thing is keeping your shoulders level. Keeping your shoulders level. So let's continue watching. Hold up. So let's see what happened there. So Brooksby hits a good angle. So Frances went to hit a drop shot there. Let me take a look at that decision. So in general, the rule that I go by and what I teach my students and what I learned from some of the best coaches of all time, Rick Macy, Nick Bollettieri, but this specific tip I'm taking from Rick Macy here is use the drop shot when you got all the options on the menu. Bro, let's see if he has all the options on the menu. So he's way outside wide here. It was a slower ball and he was technically there, but he's really far outside the court. And I guess you could, like if you execute the drop shot well here, I guess it would do a lot of damage, right? So I guess you could argue it was just the execution of the drop shot, potentially, but I still think, I mean, look, this is at the pro level and he's good enough to be able to make that, and he probably has the feel to make that for sure. But so it could just be a one-off scenario. But I would also argue, bro, you're way outside the court. So that's probably not a good decision to do a drop shot there, just percentage wise, right? Especially like this is a good opportunity right here, 40-15, you're down 1-4. So like, I don't know, strategically, I don't think it'd be a good idea to go drop shot there. It's just lower percentage chance. That's all. If you're willing to take the risk, go for it, right? That's what he did.
He doesn't mind playing that sort of game.
That was good. And then Francis, yeah, you see, look, Francis is already running here before. So that's really good, actually. Strategically, he's guessing and going. And because, look, if Brooksby went here, he would have actually had a chance to get it. So, yeah, Brooksby did a good job waiting until he picked a side. But, yeah, that's a good move.
Playing that sort of game, Brooksby, the cat and mouse, gets the better of it there.
Open stance, forehand on the run. Slice. That's insane. Holy shit. That is crazy. I thought he was for sure going to lose that point. Now, there is still a lesson though, because that's insane, but there's still a lesson you want to see. Because like potentially, like here, when your opponent's coming into net, right, they do a shot that's doing a lot of damage, right? You're way behind the baseline. You're on the run. You're floating the ball because you're slicing it. So in general, I just wouldn't recommend most players in this position to slice that shot. If you're going to slice it, you got to keep it really low, and you want to get that ball to basically land right at their toes or put it away from them. But you just got to get the ball below the net there. So it's a difficult volley to play. So he floated it. Brooksby hit that one there. I mean, let's see. Was that a good decision for him to go to that target? So this is honestly incredible anticipation by Francis. He doesn't get enough credit for that. Look, he's going here, bro. He knows. He's already in his mind. He's experienced enough, and he's been doing this shit for so long. He's like, dude, I already know he's going down the line here. So Francis is full sprint mode, going all the way here, and he comes up with a crazy forehand on the run. That's insane. That's crazy. But like, you see that shot and it looks kind of flashy, but like, that's really good anticipation and movement. And like, I believe that that component is trainable, like the anticipation factor, the strategy of like when to move, when to kind of start guessing, whatever. And it's just pattern recognition of like seeing these situations time and time again, right? And you can obviously see like he predicted that. And then he came up with a sick forehand on the run.
A laser.
Dang, it's a crazy pickup. But that's a really good shot by Francis. If you're Francis, it's like, dude, that's an insane shot. Like, you're just doing a pickup on the backhand like that, like while you're sliding, falling on the floor. That's just too good by Brooksby. That's just way too good by Brooksby there.
6-4.
No wonder they're on their feet. He held off Tiafoe, and Brooksby has the opening set.
That's crazy good. That's insane. So let's take a look. Let's watch this again. We're going to analyze and assess the different options that could have been done on that last shot by Francis. Let's see. So he did a great job executing the shot here. He has like basically full control over the rally now based on his inside and forehand. So now look, here he gets a short ball, right? So first you have to analyze the ball you're getting. So I got a short ball. It's not some crazy fast short ball. It's just like a normal short ball. Like it's pretty easy, right? And he has basically any option he wants to do on the menu, right? If he wants to rip the ball inside out like he did, he can do that. If he wants to hit it with a little bit more angle like he did, cool. If he wants to just hit it middle, if he wants to hit inside in again, he could. Obviously, he probably shouldn't do that from here, but he could do that if he really wanted to, just based on the ball he got. He got an easy ball, right? So he got a pretty easy ball. Now, he has all the different options on the menu. He could drop shot, he could hit any shot he wants. He could slice it, whatever, right? So when you're assessing the ball you're getting and you realize I have all the options on the menu, that's when you can now have in the equation, now I can use the drop shot. Now it's a good idea to use the drop shot, you know? So I'm not saying he has to go drop shot here, but just think about some other factors, right? Brooksby is like fucking 20 feet behind the baseline. And if you do a drop shot here, cross court, inside out drop shot with a little bit of spin going away from the opponent, I mean, that's basically a guarantee that he's going to win that point, right? Now the ball was, let's go back a little bit. The ball was a little bit low, I believe. It wasn't too floating, but let's see. Yeah, so Brooksby actually did a good job keeping that ball low. So it's not a bad idea to go inside out here, but he just floated it too much. He didn't do enough with that ball. So I guess the solution there would be just accelerate more, rip it more. But I still think that he could have potentially used a drop shot there. Oh yeah, he for sure could have used a drop shot there. Or even just a short slice. So a drop shot would have a little bit more arc on it. Short slice would just be a little more linear. So one of those options, I mean, I know he's good enough to do that. So I think that would be a game changer for him to implement in this type of scenario. And then look, if Brooksby can play a ball with the continental grip under and pop the ball up and win the point, that's just too good. But Francis at that time will already be at the net and he'll be able to punish that shot, whatever he hits. So yeah, drop shot here in the next time, I think. That's also an insane on the run backhand.
How did he get that forehand, first of all, back in play? They were both spectacular.
I mean, yeah, he did open stance. That was a good decision. I mean, he just missed the shot.
Brooksby. Jensen Brooksby
Yeah, so
wins his first title in a week that may never be replicated again.
but yeah, guys, so that's it for this video. If you guys got any questions, drop it in the comments. If you got any value out of this, drop a like, comment, subscribe for more. And yeah, we got a lot more of these coming out for you guys. So hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Drink some water, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.